Hello, and welcome to Tech presented by KYZEN, where we will explore common cleaning questions and answers. Let's get started. I would like to introduce KYZEN's own Octavio Paredes.
Thank you, William, and welcome everyone to this new video of our series of Tech to Tech. So today our topic is preparing a maintenance checklist for your washing equipment. We are talking about for the electronics. So let's start. So what's the importance of a checklist? Okay, we have several steps here, several points. We're going to start with the standard. When we talk about standards, a checklist ensures that each maintenance task is performed the same way, regardless who performs it. This reduces variability, minimizes errors, and guarantees a constant level of quality through the process. So the next point is prevention of failures. By following a checklist, small anomalies are identified and corrected before they become serious problems. This helps prevent unexpected failures in equipment, machinery, or systems, avoid costly downtimes, and major repairs. Here we have two examples. The first one is some clogged nozzles, and this one is a pump. If we have blocked the pump, we can overheat our pump, and we're going to have a damage on it. So if we have clogged nozzles, we can left some flux residues and we have a failure in our product. Another point is the safety. Many workplace accidents are related to equipment or facilities in poor condition. A maintenance checklist helps identify potential risks and ensure that all critical components are in optimal working order, protecting both workers and equipment. Here we have this is the poor condition will be the leak. We have leaks. If we never fix this, we can have spills. This is water solution that is in a container tray. So small adjustments can avoid this. In this example, we have steam coming out of the washer. Here we are not only in exposure the equipments with the vapor we can damage the screens, and also there are people working around the washer. So we need to take care of these small adjustments. Probably here is a air knife or the exhaust is not set it correctly. So with the small adjustments, we can avoid this type of conditions. The next one is the useful life. Regular documented maintenance using checklists significantly extends the lifespan of your equipment. Here is not too much to explain. If we have our equipment in good conditions, we are not going to need reparation, and we're going to have more time of our productive time for our equipments. The cost reductions. While preventive maintenance requires an initial investment, it is much more cost-effective than corrective maintenance in the long run. Checklists help avoid emergency repairs, rush spare part purchases, and production interruptions. And finally, the performance. Well-maintenance equipment runs more efficiently, resulting in increased productivity by reducing unplanned downtimes, operation flow more smoothly, and deadlines are met. So the next point is, when is the best time for a checklist? The first point is at the start of the shift. All depends, the best time will be, depends of the activities. At the start of the shift, these are the daily activities that are small adjustments that have a major impact on the process and are quick to perform. Then we have the weekly idle day. These activities take a couple of hours so that they will take advantage of equipment downtime. During the scheduled maintenance, scheduled maintenance are critical tasks that require more on a couple of hours. And finally, we have the scheduled or unscheduled shutdowns. We need to utilize the performance in-depth maintenance activities that requires usually the whole day. This is more work. So we're going to depend of how much time do we have for each of these activities. So now, what are the key components of a checklist? The first one is the mechanical part inspection. The second one, electrical system check. The third one, fluid system piping, cleaning and decontamination, safety mechanisms, lubrication points, calibration of sensor times. These are the key components of a basic checklist for your washing equipment maintenance. Most of this information usually comes in detail in your equipment manual. This is a whole process you are going to find in your manual. You usually have this type of checklist and also how to perform it. So it's important to review the manual for your process. Now, we saw already when do a checklist, but now there are different types of checklists. We're going to start with the daily. These activities are performed before starting operations to ensure optimal process conditions. Here have some examples like a chemical concentration adjustment, unclog strainer, DA water quality. This is are like small or really easy activities that has a high impact in your process. If your concentration is not in the right range, we can have some problems with the product. If we have clog on strainers, we're going to have water accumulating in the wash and can overflow. And the water, if it's not in the right range, we are going to have some issues also. So there are more like activities. This is only two examples, but we have the concentration adjustment, the water, the bar adjustment. I mean the inclination, unclogging strainers, check for leaks, sorry, and etc. Now, in the weekly, these activities are typically performed at the end of the week when the planned operation usually halt. For these activities, or in this type of checklist, we're going to do the previous one, the daily, and we're going to add the weekly. In this one, also we can unclog the nozzles. We can check the curtains, adjust the pressures, and check that also the temperatures. We have a little bit more of activities that we need to check. For the next one, the monthly, these activities are performed at the end of the month during the scheduled preventive maintenance. Is almost the same. We're going to take the daily activities weekly, and we're going to add the monthly. This one is going to take more time to performance. So for these ones, we can change the filters. If we're talking about a batch washer, this is a mechanical filter, but we also can replace the DA water filters. We can drain and clean the tank and the rinse tank. And for this one, we can remove all the bars to check if there is something inside. We have the example here. There is in this type of bars, we have we call coherence. There are holes in all the bar. So we saw that there is something inside of the bar that is clogging. So when we have this type of monthly checklist, we can remove all the bars and check everyone inside. And finally, we have a semi-annual. For these activities, usually it's once or twice per year. This is going to take us almost all the day. So for this kind of activities, or we have unclogging drain pipes. For this one, you can remove the pipe and check inside. Sometimes there is some not only scale, but there are residues accumulated inside that can clog your pipe. Also, we have a scale in the windows and inside of the washer. There are some activities like the scaling procedures. With those type of procedures, we ensure to remove all this scale from the washer. Typically takes like 8 hours, depends on the amount of scale. So that's why we need to do it at least once per year. Now, we have some examples for a checklist. In this case, we're going to talk about the PVT Super SWASH. This is a batch washer machine. So you can find this in the manual. Is the daily checklist example. Clean the machine surface, cleans of chamber outlet inspection of rinsing water, cleanness, eventually visible liquid leakage inspections. All these activities are, as we mentioned before, you can do it in a couple of minutes. It's going to take a long time, but it's important for the process. Then we have some weekly checklist examples. Usually we're going to add the the previous activities and we are going to add it. You also can add the material that you probably are going to need to replace that the, or complement the activities that you're going to do. We're going to pass to the next one. This is a monthly checklist example. In this one, we're going to take more time for the activities. Pump tightness inspection, you need to turn off the equipment to do this operation. Moving mechanisms inspection, consistently of moved tubes, inspection, tightness of hose, etc. And we have another examples. We were talking about the or washer. Usually we have two types only, the batch and the other one is the inline. For this example, we are going to talk about a inline washer machine. It's an Aquastorm. So same as the PVT, we have our maintenance checklist in the manual. So wipe, clean up the exterior surfaces, wipe spills, clean windows, etc. Once again, there are small activities that can be done in a couple of minutes. The next recommendation is the monthly checklist examples. Perform all daily maintenance procedures, inspect all the wet section for scale buildup and spray nozzles and spray bars, etc. These ones we have we need a little bit we need more time available to perform all these activities. And for this type of washers, we're going to jump to the annual checklist example. In this one, they're not like pre-annual. For this one, this is lubricate blow motors, lubricate conveyors. This is, as you can see, this is more for the mechanical parts of the washer. And finally, with our conclusion is maintenance checklists are smart investment that translates into increased safety, operational efficiency, and cost savings. Their implementation is a crucial step for a successful process. So now we can jump to the frequently asked questions on this topic. One of the first questions is it possible to have only one checklist? Is it possible, but is recommended to generate difference because the time available on the production line is limited. What I mean with these ones, as we can see, we have like a daily, weekly, monthly, and annually. If you want to do only one list for all, you can try to cover the more tasks possibles, but you are not going to have the enough time for all the activities. So that's why we recommended to have different type of checklists. The second is, it is possible to have a single checklist for all my cleanings. Since they are different technologies, the point that need to be reviewed are different. So there should be separate checklists. It's not the same like inline, like a batch machine, and we are talking about in this case, it's the same technology. I mean, they are spraying air, but there are some cases that you also have ultrasonics. So the technology is not the same. So you need to have your own checklist for your own equipment. And finally, which inspections points are most useful to include on a washer maintenance checklist? So all equipment varies by manufacturer. So it's best to check your equipment's manual. You can find all the maintenance checklists there. As we saw, every manufacturer has he knows better his own equipment. So that's why we need to follow his own recommendation. So that's why we recommend you to check your manual to find what are the best activities for your checklist. So thank you guys for watching us. We invite you to subscribe to our channel, and I come back to you, William.
Thanks, Octavio. And thank you guys for watching this Tech-to-Tech session. If you would like to discuss this topic further or have any questions not answered in the session, please contact your local KYZEN regional manager or send an email to tech2tech kaizen.com, and we will have someone follow up with you as soon as possible. And if you like this video, be sure to follow us on our social media platforms for more expert cleaning content.